It's extra cold, it's drizzling, and I'm debating about not getting out of the tent. That's my morning. The smoke and fog are just all moving so fast. I feel like there's wind coming from two directions. Look at that. A second ago, all of this was covered with fog, and now the wind is just blowing it right out. Wow. I'm Danny, aka Topless. I'm hiking the Pacific Crest Trail from Mexico to Canada. I'm 1,935 miles in, and it is a really cold morning. There's fog and smoke, so having a really hard time getting going. Just taking my glove off so I can hold the camera and operate the phone. My hand is freezing now, so I'm gonna get walking. It doesn't look very smoky, but look right up there. It's a mixture of smoke and fog. It's wet, but whenever I take my mask off, it clearly smells like smoke. So to wrap up yesterday, I went 24 miles, and I again found myself hiking with the Kilometer Kids, who were a lot of fun. Today, I'm going another 24, 25 miles. We have 44 miles from where I'm standing right now to get to Bend, Oregon, which is our next resupply. And that means we'll probably pull in there sometime late tomorrow afternoon, early evening. Here's a lake that I just stopped and had a quick breakfast with the Kilometer Kids. It's pretty beautiful. What's amazing is the water itself is warmer than the air temperature right now. So when I dipped my Be Free in there, my water filter, to get water this morning, well actually 10 minutes ago, I was surprised that I put my hands in the water and my hands got warmer. But then when I took my hands out of the water, they got very cold very fast. So one of the things that just came up is I said Bend was 44 miles this morning. And when I looked at so I have two ways that I'm looking at resupplies. One is with the app, which is Guthook, which is great, by the way. The other one is Yogi's book. Yogi being the Triple Crowner who runs Triple Crown Outfitters. And I constantly compare the two for resupplies and things like that, because Yogi's book has a really great table of all the things that are in each town. So I know before I go into a town whether or not it's going to have a post office, or if it's going to have a grocery store, or just a general store, like that sort of stuff. So when I was comparing, I noticed Yogi's book has 3 different spots along the trail to catch a hitch into Bend, Oregon. And the Guthook app only has 1. So I thought, like, when you click on this, what is it, Towns and Services, it only shows 1. But if you click on all the various waypoints, you can in fact find the same things that are in Yogi's book. Long story short, 44 miles, I can go into Bend, or I can go into Bend where I was intending to go in, which is more like 60 miles. So at mile marker 2,000, like 0.5 or something like that, is where I'm gonna go into Bend. And so I just had a discussion with the Kilometer Kids about that, like where are we going in and who's going in where, and turns out we were all planning on going in at mile 2,000, not mile 1960 or whatever. So that's kind of fun. I'll get to see them for a couple extra days. I just had a neat conversation with Game Changer. It just so happened it came up that we both have been married both divorced, relationships of 10 years and more. And as part of it, we realized, oh, it was like 3 or 4 years ago since I got divorced. And holy cow, my life is totally different. And so we just had a nice moment of just going, wow, it's kind of amazing. I was with this person for over 10 years and we kind of grew up together. Like, I look back at my ex-wife and I'm super thankful. We grew up together from like 24 to 36. We thought we were adults, but we were still learning how to be adults. Still learning what we liked and didn't like. And yeah, we were there for each other. We grew together, we grew up together, and we crushed it. We were an awesome couple. And at some point, we grew apart. We ultimately wanted different things and went in different directions. And that's awesome. Like, we were having the conversation I was having with Game Changer a second ago is, why is it that a divorce is looked down upon or like a failure or something like that? Why not the opposite? Why not me and this person got together, we were there for each other, we supported each other, we grew together, we helped each other grow, and then we graduated and said thank you and moved on. Like, that's incredible. So yeah, just a random tidbit conversation that just happened, but really deep when you really think about it. Like, I'm extremely thankful for the 13 years I was with my ex. And it sucks that I have to call her my ex. I wish there was a better term there. Because again, I feel like we grew up together. And there's just so much value in that right there. I wish there was a word for, some kind of kindred spirit that came along and walked the path with me, and we worked together for as long as we both needed it. And now that we're not together anymore, I'm wishing her well every day. I wish there was a word for that other than ex. Ex is the wrong word. Okay, on a separate note, another thing that Game Changer and I were talking about is there's another resort coming up, which sounds a lot like the last resort, which was Shelter Cove, and the one before that, which was Hyatt Lake, where, actually it sounds more like Hyatt Lake, where it's just a little tiny resort. It's got a restaurant or something, and it's 50-50 on whether or not I'm gonna drop in there for lunch. Game Changer definitely is. But what's happening is I'm noticing that the food that I got is so mediocre. And it turns out I got a couple things that I literally don't like. I'll show you the packaging later when I'm not walking, but there's this brand of like rice and little bits of pasta, and basically it's like a side dish, and it's all got different types of flavor and stuff like that. And what I'm finding is, I've tried it before and didn't like it. I saw it at the general store at Shelter Cove, and I was like, well, I'll just get the other flavors because I know I don't like this flavor. And immediately I'm realizing I don't like this at all. The new flavors, don't like them. So I basically have a lot of these rice things that I don't like. So I might drop into this next stop, Elk Cove? No, Elk Resort or something like that. Specifically to get some food that I do like for lunch. And then maybe even drop a couple of these packets in a trash can. So yeah, my crappy breakfast may have convinced me to take a detour to Elk Resort. I just had lunch with the Kilometer Kids, and holy crap, it is cold. I took like my long sleeves off, and I took my extra, I'm wearing my rain pants as an extra insulating pair of, just an insulating pair of pants. And I was doing great. I was like hiking, my body temperature was up. I pulled over, I was like, hey guys, how's it going? And sat down and had a bite to eat with them, and immediately I'm freezing, and so are they. They're like all bundled up. I'm not sure if you can see them anymore. But yeah, they're all bundled up back there too. So it's a cold day. And Rally actually has a thermometer, and she said it was 50 degrees this morning, which doesn't sound very cold. But holy crap, it was cold. So I was planning on taking, what is it? I have like a base layer shirt and a base layer pants. I was planning on bounce boxing them forward for Washington, but now I'm debating about holding on to them, which sucks because it's like a pound and a half, 2 pounds worth of stuff that I was going to bounce box. But yeah, I might just be holding on to them now. I did decide to go and stop in at Elk Lake just because I want some real food. I'm going to get some Cliff Bars because, man, that rice stuff I got so far, 2 out of 3 have sucked. I did just have one of them, what was it, Mexican style rice, and it was okay. It wasn't wonderful or anything like that, but it was okay. So, not a total loss, thankfully. But I'm going to go to Elk Lake Resort, get some real food, maybe buy a bunch of Cliff Bars or something like that. And yeah, much better plan there for meals in the future. Oh cool, here's like a beautiful little running stream and a bridge across it. Nice. How does it work? Is it actually off the ground? Oh, it's got 2 pipes. That makes sense. So I made it to the restaurant here on the marina down here, and I ordered not only a burger but also a burger to go. Okay, I'm walking away from Elk Lake. It is cold and windy, but I packed out some food. So I've got, what is this, pulled pork and sweet potato fries for dinner tonight, which I'm pretty excited about. And this whole cardboard thing they got there, that means it'll be easy to carry it to Bend. Oh, and here's the resort sign right here. So if you ever wonder what it looks like. All right, back on the PCT. I wonder if I'll catch up to the Kilometer Kids or not, because I'm not exactly sure where they're planning on camping, but we'll see. I've been under this cold gray cloud all day, and you can see that it ends over there. It's like sunshine over there. I was just able to grab some water from this lake, but based on the temperature and the little bit of wind, it feels like it might rain. So I am going to go to the tent site that is not far from here and get a tent up as fast as possible, because I really would rather not have to use my rain gear. And just so you know the difference, right now I'm wearing what they call as a puffy, which is basically it's a down jacket, and when down gets wet it becomes useless, and you have to put a lot of time into drying it out and puffing it back up. So if it does rain, I definitely don't want it to rain on this jacket. So yeah, I've got like 0.1 to a tent site, and I'm gonna take it, get a tent up, and get in it, because it definitely looks like rain. Hey Sunshine, what you doing there?
You pour your M&Ms in the peanut butter and then you dip them in the Nutella.
That's brilliant. I'm insanely jealous.
Pretty good. Cheers.
Did I tell you that I like Sunshine? She's pretty cool. She knows how to share.
I've been amazed at how little.
All right, so went 24 miles today, plus a mile in and out of the restaurant there, and I ran into Sunshine, Poppins, and Game Changer just randomly. We all just camped together, which is great. and then it started raining. So I'm really glad I stopped and got a tent up. And I think they did just in time as well. So everybody's dry. That's great. And we'll see if tomorrow the weather breaks.